Diablo mask, Diablo mask, Diablo mask, right? There's so many to choose from 3 different models within the same brand. We're gonna go over every single one of them and talk about the graphics as well. So you might be wondering, why are there 3 different graphics, actually 4 if you think of the updated version of the RPHA 1 of Fabio Quartararo, the MotoGP rider? Well, it's actually there so that everyone, well, no matter the price point, can afford a helmet that has Fabio Quartararo's graphic on top of it, which I think is pretty cool. But let's go into the actual tech specs of each individual helmet. Starting off with the HJC C10. This is called the Diablo mask. It doesn't come with that price point that you would expect for the C10, that being $89.99 for the plain graphics or $99.99 for the ones with graphics. This one comes in a little bit higher at $129.99. The build quality is exactly the same as you expect from a C10. So it has this advanced polycarbonate shell that spreads across 4 different shell sizes, ranging from XXS to 2XL, I believe. When it comes to this helmet, you're not going to get all the tech specs, but you're going to have something that is ECE 2206, meaning it reaches that latest safety requirement, but at a more affordable price point. The features you do get with it is, of course, you get a clear visor in the box, but you also have the vents at the top to allow for ventilation, as you would need that when you're riding along. Now, the overall shell of this is a little bit more aerodynamic than your average sort of helmet around this price point, so it's going to work better than most of those, but it's not going to be as good as the ones we'll be talking about in a little while. Now, in terms of the customizability, let's say the cheek pads on the inside can be removed, replaced and washed. It does have a antibacterial coating on it, so it doesn't mean it gets all like stinky on your face, which we never want. It has a micro ratchet clasp closure system instead of a double D ring like the others we'll be talking about later on. But overall, this is a fantastic little lid. If you do want to support Fabio Quartararo, then this is definitely the one to go for. Moving on to the next Fabio Quartararo lid, we have the RPHA 12, taking place of the RPHA 11, which was ever popular here at Infinity and across loads of different other stores. This now reaches, like the rest of these helmets, the new safety standard, which is ECE 2206. Now, overall, this is going to come in at $529.99 RRP, but if you want to get the plain graphic, it will start off at around $399.99 RRP. For me, this is the perfect medium between track and road use, because you have the creature comforts that you'd want in a road helmet, but also the protection that you'd get in a track lid. So with this, you do have a lot of ventilation options. You have the ACS, which is the advanced channeling system, I believe. So you'll have 4 intakes and 3 exhausts, which is very helpful on these sunnier days that we're finally getting in the UK. Now with this, you do get a pin lock straight out the box, so you can whack that in there, and you also get a light tint visor that's legal for road use. A cool little feature about this as well, it's got this PIM Evo construction in its shell, which means it's carbon fiber as well as aramid fibers interweaved into the shell to make it highly impact resistant as well as super light. If you move it to the side, you can actually see the little spoiler to allow for that better airflow over the top of the helmet, which you wouldn't get on the C10 at that lower price point. Overall, it's a fantastic lid that you should consider if you're into the road use as well as track use. And before I forget, this comes in 3 different shell sizes from what I can see, maybe even 4 now, as it is the RPHA 12, spreading from XS to 2XL. So gonna have a helmet that fits you no matter the situation. Let's move this out the way then and move on to the big bad boy. Ooh. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, ha, ha. Oh my god. The RPHA 1 Fabio Quartararo Replica 2. If you thought that was cool, you should have seen it when we unboxed it.
Yo, Tom, you want to do the video now?
That was insane. This is the latest rendition of the graphic for Fabio Quartararo's RPHA 1 lid. This is version 2, and from the previous one, it's had a lot of updates. It has this more glitchy effect on the outside that makes it more fluid as a graphic in general. This does come in at $849.99 RRP, but it comes in at that price point for a reason. It's going to have a PIM Plus sort of shell construction, which means it's carbon fiber as well as carbon glass, so it's carbon, which means it's going to be super lightweight, but also has a slight drawback of being a little bit noisier. Like I was saying earlier, if you were going to ride it on the road or use it on the road even, then you might as well put some earplugs in if you're going to use the RPHA 1, or try and get yourself in a RPHA 12 of that same sort of graphic. Now, another cool feature about this is actually an FIM lid. The way to check that is actually on the inside of the strap. You'll see this little QR thing, this little shiny thing to make it look like a shiny Pokemon. You scan that with your phone and it tells you all the details that RPHA 1 had to go through in order to pass the testing for FIM. That was a lot of words, but basically in the box you get another visor as well. You get a lovely dark tint as well as an extension spoiler to go on the back of it for more aerodynamics. This is going to be the most aerodynamic lid in the HJC lineup, as it is their flagship helmet. This is their all out and out track lid. Now, what's cool about this as well is you're going to have 4 different shell sizes across the range, ranging from 2XS to 2XL. So again, you're going to find a decent fit with this helmet. If not, then you can also customize the cheek pads, the crown pad, and everything else sort of pad in order for it to give you a decent squeeze around the cheeks as well as around the crown. Now, on the inside, you still have that moisture wicking sort of cheek pad material, so you won't get those sweaty spots if you're going out on the track or on those long days. And to help with this, for the ventilation, you do get 5 intake ports as well as 4 exhaust ports to give you maximum breathability while your head is in the helmet. Now, if the weather turns to the worst, then you do get supplied with a pin lock in the box, so you can chuck that in the visor to stop that from fogging up. A cool little thing about the visor as well is the double locking mechanism for the visor system. So if you wanted to, you open up like that and it closes like so, but if you wanted to lock it in place, let's say you're going around the track and you don't really want to put the visor up, in the event of an off, this makes it doubly secure. And also to help with the safety features as well as that, you do get emergency quick release pads on the inside. They have 2 little tabs on either side for the paramedics or whoever it is that is trained to pull these out and get the helmet off your head safely. A few extra features that are quite cool about this helmet is the fact that the EPS liner accommodates for those that wear glasses. Whether that be prescription glasses or sunglasses, you can wear them in this lid. Also, with all the helmets, you do get those speaker ports, so if you do want to rock your comms unit on the outside and have your speakers on the inside, of course, then you can use that on every one of these helmets. They all have the ports for them. Now to my final thoughts. So the biggest question is, why is there 3 different graphics and 3 different models? Well, it's to accommodate the different price ranges and the different sort of budget that people may have when it comes to buying a helmet. Of course, there's also other features like the tech specs and stuff that can cater more to those that are looking for them. But if you're someone that like just commutes on a scooter and wants something that's safe to the latest safety standards, but still want to support Fabio Quartararo in an essence, then the C10 is definitely going to be your best bet as long as it fits. Now, if you're a road user as well as a track user, your perfect medium, in my opinion, will be the RPHA 12, because you get that comfort for on the road sort of riding experience. It's going to be slightly quieter, but you can definitely use that out on the track. Now, if you're a track monster and all you do is track days every sort of week, then the RPHA 1 is going to be your best bet, because every little techie bit or bit of aerodynamics is going to count towards your performance. So the RPHA 1 is definitely going to be the one on your list. Again, as long as these all fit you, then you can't really go wrong with any of them. Just think of the situation that you're in and what sort of helmet you actually need. Now, if you did enjoy this video, give us a thumbs up. Comment down below what you think of any of these helmets that are in front of me today. Which one's your favorite? Which one you don't like? Which one you like more? Or anything else like that. Be sure to subscribe, ride safe, and we'll see you all soon. I want this one. Taking this one home.